Hi, my name is Akin Salami. In 2013 April, my junior sister, Fumi Adewale, died from cancer, and a medical mission started from there. What you're about to watch now is my iPhone account of the day I went on one of the missions to a town called ILAJU, more like a village called ILAJU, and that was an eye-opener for me. Well, this is me down, Akufo Koni. This is in Akufo. See this man, you're from Lagos. A group of people, doctors, volunteers, flew from Chicago to Nigeria, and then to Lagos, and then from Lagos to Ibadan, and then from Ibadan into the jungles. For me personally, this was a mission of finding myself, or making sure that I'm a part of this great work this year, because I kind of had I have an idea of what they did last year, and people came back with exciting stories. Maybe I'm selfish, I've come for my own exciting story. It's really touching to see, to know that Pastors Fumi and Adewale touched the lives of many people, that there wasn't a shortage of volunteers to come from Chicago. People like me, we think about the cost of a ticket first, but on a more serious note, there were so many people that showed up from Chicago, and they showed up last year, showed up this year, and they're planning to come next year, even in bigger numbers. And it's quite humbling.
It's a medium that I have.
We have plans, but they generally don't go according to how we plan them. So we discovered, we knew already from Lagos that there was a shortage of petrol, so we filled up our tank, and we thought, yeah, we're going to drive into Ibadan. We're not going to go too far out, and we're going to drive back to Lagos with the petrol. Only to find out that even the guys in Ibadan also were stranded because of a lack of petrol. And so the drivers had gone out to look for petrol in the morning, and we were just waiting. But it was great to get reacquainted with the team from Chicago. So it's funny, you drive from Lagos to Ibadan to meet people speaking Yank, and that was Bob, my man Bob. Eventually, we got the petrol. They said there would be petrol in some town or village I had never heard of, but the idea was we'll go and do the mission for the day. And while we're doing the mission for the day, the drivers will go out looking for petrol. But the good news is when we were at the village we went to ILAJU, maybe a few miles down, there was a gas station that had plenty of gas, so hey. Petrol into a half tank,
Yes, it's definitely.
So we set out in the morning from Lagos. It was the driver, some luxury. The driver, my brother Dele, myself, and my cousin Duton. We set up pretty early to meet up with the team in Ibadan, and when we got to Ibadan, we met with the team from the USA, and then Pastor Baye, obviously, who I hadn't seen, and then my senior sister, Gloria, and most importantly to note, the Vine Church members who were partners with the mission on this particular trip. The funny thing is the pastor of the Vine Church is Pastor Shola Kolade, who happened to be my school father when I was in GCI. Yeah, I had to put that in GCI.
Stretch it properly and give us the tape. Where is the guy? I don't know whether this one will. Let's try this one.
No, ma'am, it just has to go wrong. Smart. One of the clips, you will see a lady teaching the villagers how to use their toothbrushes properly.
tẹ́ bá máa lo ọṣẹ ìfọyín
kò ṣe dandan pé kó gùn láti bí ìdébi ẹ̀kọ́ ló díẹ̀ bóyá half tẹ́ bá ti fi sí ẹ kọ́kọ́ pa yín papọ̀.
And it's amazing. And you know, what's even more amazing for me is that these Americans spoke Yoruba properly, you know, and they had to be, because there's so that things don't just go over their heads, that you had to communicate, you had to touch people, and you had to really touch them. We weren't there to look good or anything, and I know sometimes we try to, but this was real. And so there were people teaching people how to, there were volunteers teaching people how to brush their teeth in Yoruba. I actually picked up on a few words also, you know, that I didn't know before, but the team was there to do extractions, teeth extractions. I mean, I saw a woman come out of an extraction and she was like, okay, next. You know how we do, we come out of extractions and we're not okay for the next 5 days. In fact, we want to be pampered. Don't mess with the villagers of ILAJU. Teacher in school?
Yeah.
What is the extraction for you?
Yes.
So, sorry, your tooth was already damaged before?
Yeah.
And they removed it today?
Yeah.
What they gave you?
Injection.
Wow. And
yes, the thing was removed.
Sally for me, I better for me. It's okay, no, I'll be Sally. Sally. Again. But I'm already. Growing by. Wow. Okay. I should go.
Auto.
And kill and teach in school.
I'm teaching primary one.
Primary one. I should go. I saw people, they were doing scaling and polishing.
We are doing scaling and polishing. It's a preventive way of cleaning the teeth and removing all the positive factor of trouble to the teeth. And we use the ultrasonic scaler.
Okay.
This is a machine that will clean the teeth. It's going to do gross and fine scaling. And once you do it, you are clean for the next 6 months.
And then they were checking blood pressure, blood pressures, BPs.
Baba, ẹlẹ́jẹ̀ ríru tí ń ti mí o, ẹjẹ́ tún chẹ́kì apá yín, ẹjẹ́ tún chẹ́kì apá òsì.
I learned that high blood pressure in Yoruba is called ejeriru, which translated back into English literally means bubbling blood. So it's like hot blood or bubbling blood, you know.
Ẹgbà kẹ́mi lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn ìwà gbà lẹ́tí mo fẹ́ kọ́ take temperature ọmọ yín tó ti yẹ fẹ́ padà lọ síbẹ̀ wá take temperature ṣe kọ̀ọ̀kan tó máa ṣe.
Bob was given massages. Massage therapy. Ibi ìfọwọ́wọ́ra. Àwọn dókítà ibi ìfọwọ́wọ́ra rẹ̀ o. Àwọn dókítà Bob. Fọwọ́wọ́ra, yeah, dókítà Bob.
Am I allowed to laugh?
Àwọn àti wa ló ń fọwọ́wọ́ra yìí o. Ẹ̀rọ la máa fọwọ́wọ́ra o. I got massaged by Bob. I want to go back to ILAJU, but I hear Bob is back in Chicago, you know. But it may sound a bit like a joke with regards to this massages. This kind of therapy is required in the villages because we found out that most of the guys there were farmers. And so based on bad posturing over a long period of time, they had issues from backaches to headaches to everything. So Mr. Sikiru, Bob ṣe fọwọ́ wọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin yín àti gbogbo ẹ̀ báwo lára ṣe rí?
Ó wà okay.
So ẹ ti marry?
Mo ti marry.
Téèyàn bá lè kọ́ ìyàwó yín bó ṣe ń ṣe nǹkan tí Bob ṣe, so ma help?
Yes.
Because ó dà pé ẹlẹ́rìn roko.
Àròkọ ni bẹ́ẹ̀.
So ẹsẹ̀ ń ròyìn, ẹ̀yìn ń ròyìn. Kí ni ọmọ ọdún mélòó ni báyìí?
Mo tó bí ọmọ àádọ́ta ọdún ó díẹ̀ yọ kan.
àádọ́ta ọdún ó di ẹ̀kọ́
49 bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sà. So ẹsẹ̀ yẹn ni máa ń jẹ́ problem.
tẹ́ bá ti lọ sórí oko.
tẹ́ bá ti ṣe wàhálà báyìí.
ok àwọn ọmọ ńkọ́ sọmọ yín ti dàgbà.
ọmọ mi ti ń lọ school.
ó ń lọ bọ̀wọ̀ roko.
àwọn roko àwọn mi ò jẹ́gbẹ́ roko ẹni roko wàhálà tí mo ń ṣe mi ò fẹ́ kí ọmọ mi ó ṣe. so torí wa gan ni mo tún roko kékeré máa fi tọ́ wọn ní school.
so etí Bob ṣe ń sin ara yín.
ó wà òkè náà wà kọ́ dàbí pé kí wọ́n mọ̀ fílẹ̀ ni bí wọ́n ṣe ń ṣe ara mi yẹn. so
abẹ́mú Bob lọ́lé oúnjẹ ó máa jẹ ṣùgbọ́n ó máa jẹ ẹ̀gẹ́.
máa mú ṣùgbọ́n fún àti cassava lágbára Ọlọ́run wọ́n ṣe gan-an Ọlọ́run wà pẹ̀lú wọn wọ́n ṣe Ọlọ́run dúró tì wọ́n o.
ẹgbẹ́sẹ̀ sókè jẹ́ o ṣóṣà ṣe dáadáa díẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́sẹ̀ kejì náà sókè.
ẹ̀yìn àti fẹsẹ̀ yìí tẹ́lẹ̀ ní.
tẹ́lẹ̀ ṣó ti gbàdúrà fún mi.
wọ́n ti gbàdúrà fún mi wọ́n fún mi.
lórúkọ Jésù gbogbo àǹfààní Jésù la máa ṣe ti
ṣe gan mo dúpẹ́ o bá mi kó ìbọn yẹn ká o tura yìí o.
Bob, he's saying thank you very much.
How does he feel?
He would like, I made him lift his leg up and he's better. And he says he doesn't mind if he teaches his wife how to do this also because I asked him. So she can do, but he said, better still, I'd like to take you home. Hang you on the mantelpiece and you can do this every day. Yeah. He said you should come back next week from Chicago.
But it'd be nice if we get somewhere where they can lay on the ground.
Okay.
And then I could show them how his wife can do it. Other techniques.
Maybe we should plan that for next year.
So some type of a tarp we can put on the ground so I can lay something on the ground.
Lọ́dún tó ń bọ̀.
Okay.
Bob ọ̀gá òyìnbó Bob.
Okay.
Ó lè wá kọ́ àwọn ìyàwó bó ṣe máa jẹ́ kí ara rọ̀ díẹ̀.
Inú wa ó dùn gan-an tó bá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn inú wa ó dùn. Afẹ́yẹn gan-an. Afẹ́yẹn gan kó ṣe bí kó wá bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn kó ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹnu wa dùn gan sí.
ẹ ṣe gan so tí n bá rí lọ́dún tó ń bọ̀ ẹ jẹ mí ní ẹ̀gẹ́.
ẹ má wọrí musu ẹ má wọrí cassava ẹ má wọrí lágbára Ọlọ́run ló ń ṣe fún wa. ẹ ṣe gan adúpẹ́ o ẹ ṣe pọ̀ ẹ ṣe ẹ bá mi kí ọ̀gá wa dáadáa òyìnbó ó ṣe gan o ẹ ṣe sà.
You will see me interview one of the farmers and I literally told him to raise his legs up. Just to make sure he was all right and everything. But when Bob shows up next, they're going to teach all the wives how to give their husbands massages. Whatever happens after the massage, that's their problem. But Bob will be teaching the wives how to do the massages because there's no point in having this kind of treatment a year in between. And I also think that a lot of the knowledge that is easily passed on should be passed on to community health carers, such that people can be seen or looked after. I don't know how easy it is to take the blood pressure without but I think there's kit for that, or there are kits for that. A happy customer, Bob. Akushe. Did you hear that again? Akushe. Not to forget, they also did a lot of eye tests. The team came with glasses for the villagers. And they would check how bad their eyes were, and you'll find that most of them needed reading glasses because I think the major thing, and hey, I stand to be corrected, I think it's astigmatism, or is it? Well, it's just reading glasses. Anyway. So what's your name?
Makinde Adekunbi.
So what do you do normally?
Normally I'm a medical record vet. Work with a private organization, but now I work with another private organization. I do research.
Where? In
Nigeria, yes.
And so you volunteered for this?
Yeah.
Was it?
No, I wasn't. It's not really that I saw them. In my church, I'm part of the medical team. No, Redeemed Christian Church of God.
Oh, you're RCCG.
Yeah. Okay. So through Dr. Smith and Molly, she told me about it, then I volunteered.
You volunteered?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've taken a week off your own normal?
No, I joined on Tuesday because I had to go to the office on Monday to submit all the work I did during the weekend and last week.
Okay, you're better than I came in today.
Yeah.
And I'm leaving today. Hi.
Hello, sir.
Sorry, who are you?
My name is Salami.
And you are, what do you do normally?
I'm a nurse.
Nurse? Where? In Chicago. Lagos? In London?
I came from
You
Chicago.
came all the way from Chicago to this village?
Yes.
Okay, so you're with the eye clinic. I filmed you earlier, I was talking to the guy.
What are their needs here with regards to eyes and things? What have you noticed in this village?
Yeah, like number one, a lot of people have problem with itching probably because of the dust, and they have watery eyes. And I have a couple of people that couldn't read, so we have to text them to know what kind of glasses they need to be able to read. And it's been so amazing, because by the time we test them, we're able to give them the right lens for their, and you can see from their countenance that, wow, so I can read now. So it's been a good thing for us to be able to provide what people need for them, especially those who want to read Bible, they want to read their book, and they were limited because they cannot see. But now that we're able to give them the glasses, they can see, and it's amazing, especially when you see somebody that cannot read, and after the glasses they're able to see. And some people, they need like just sunglasses, probably because of the kind of work they do going in the sun. So we plan by next time we'll be able to have glasses for them just for sunshade and antibiotics. We're running now, but
I met a guy outside that we gave antibiotics.
Okay.
I think because all of them, they farm also, so they have all sorts of drugs.
Exactly, and I told them like another thing they can do is get a bowl, small basin with clean water, open your eyes in it, and get a white handkerchief to clean, because probably they just have dust in their eyes, and that's why it's watery and itchy.
So you're coming back next time?
Definitely.
That was good. For me, it was humbling because also humbling because of the fact that you saw people who ordinarily you will have to visit to see them in their offices. You would have to see their secretary's PA, who will then make a phone call to the personal secretary's assistant secretary, and then you can see them. These guys came, they were down to earth. In fact, they were, dumping in the bush. So this is me reporting, but the issue here is, Ramon, is that you? Okay, I got this on tape. I won't tell.
The internet, bro.
Yeah. That's Ramon coming from a bush tea. That's a bush toilet. You have to experience this. It's real. There's real camaraderie, but also, I think this is what it means to be the hands and feet of Jesus. If the Holy Spirit is at work in you, this is how Jesus will touch people. And it didn't matter about self. It didn't matter about inconvenience. It didn't matter if what really mattered was to be able to touch people on behalf of God, for God. I think more people should support the foundation and other foundations, but this foundation, because at least I can vouch for the people, they are genuine and they are actually delivering what they said they would. And they've done it year on year, year after year. I talked on one of my clips, I talked to Teju, who is the executive director of a mission, and she came down for first-hand experience. Executive directors sit behind big tables, they don't do field work.
From what I was, from the report that came back last year and what I've witnessed this year, I know that there has been a lot of improvements. I see the efficiency, different from what they said how the process was last year. This year, we were able to pack medications in 2 days, and last year they reported that they were packing medications every night till late. And not having been here, I can't imagine that that's what they were doing, as well as having a full day of medical care for people. So that's remarkable improvement.
I'm going to summarize what you just said.
Okay.
This is your first time.
Can I?
Yeah, rookie.
This is my first time.
Okay, but are you going to come?
Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely. This is it's important work. And what I've noticed is that with this second year, I see the relationship of the foundation deepening with the communities, because now we're finding out more about where we are and who the people here are and what their needs are. You know, so it's almost like the medical mission is opens the ground, you know, for further dialogue and discussion to take place.
What are you looking at recommendations for continuity? You know, like now you're touching some lives. Who are they going to be next year? I mean, like I was talking to Tomika earlier on, and you know, I thought maybe some of your patients this year can be your volunteers next year. Help us
to use the local people in the local area as
when
volunteers.
You leave, because 365 days is a long time, you know, to leave people. So you're going to look at something in that direction. So you have local volunteers on the ground, simple as teaching people how to scrub their teeth with Paco.
I think that has as much to do with our partners. You know, for instance, our partnership with Vine Branch, you know, and the work that they continue to do in the community. So we can work in more detail with them as far as, okay, what is the plan for this community? How can we continue to support your presence there so that the impact is sustained, you know, before another year comes around that we're here for a day.
Okay, what do you do for the foundation, finally?
I am the executive director for the foundation. And that means I did that. Hardly, which means everybody tells me what they need and I do it.
Okay, is that what they call Oga at the top?
I don't know if it's Oga at the top or Oga at the bottom, but...
Okay, high five. I think I missed it. High five. We are real about this. We want to touch lives and support us so that we can, or support the foundation so that we can touch more people. You'll be amazed at how far whatever little you give will go. And when you give a lot, you'll be amazed at even how farther it will go. I used to wonder why Bill Gates would be so concerned about malaria. Why people who have become very successful by global standards care more about, you know, the things down at the grassroots. I think they call it giving back. We can go through life and be extremely rich, extremely connected, extremely successful, and never really touch people. Scripture, the Bible says it is more blessed to give than to receive. I'm telling you, even though it looked like we were given, we were the ones given to the villagers, to the people we met, the richness of what was coming back. Listen to the words of appreciation.
So ojú náà ń dà mí láàmú.
So what shot ojú yín?
Wọ́n ti wo gbogbo ẹ̀. Wọ́n ní kò pọ̀.
Kò pọ̀.
So better kí n lè lo lè.
Wọ́n fún yín ní eye drop.
Bẹ́ẹ̀.
Okay.
That's
good. So ibà yẹn kọ́ kí wàá lọ sọ́n pa ibà.
Wọ́n ti fún mi ní oògùn lórí ẹ̀.
Okay.
Oògùn yẹn ló wà níbí. Oògùn yẹn ló wà níbí.
Okay. Iṣẹ́ wo lẹ ń ṣe?
Iṣẹ́ oko ni.
Okay, oko lẹ́yìn náà rọ. Ẹ̀gẹ́.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ẹ̀gẹ́ àti kíni?
Ẹ̀gẹ́ àti iṣu.
Ẹ̀gẹ́ àti iṣu.
Àtàgbàdo.
Àtàgbàdo.
A máa ń ṣe kíní ata náà díẹ̀díẹ̀.
Ata.
A máa ń dín ata náà.
Okay, so ó lè jẹ́ torí ẹ̀gẹ́ yẹn ni ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ara máa ń rọ yín díẹ̀díẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, a mọ̀.
Ẹ ṣe. So ṣó dábọ̀ ṣe wá báyìí?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ọmọ láìkẹ́ kódà Ọlọ́run ló tì mí wá síbí lẹ́nu torí pé ìfẹ́ wá sí Ìlàjú lẹ́nu àmọ́ Ọlọ́run ló sọ pé kí n kàn wá sí Ìlàjú kí n
bọ́ọ̀lù ṣe rí.
So mo tẹ̀ ti gba àǹfààní eléyìí mo dúpẹ́ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì yẹn àwọn tó dá ìjọ yẹn sílẹ̀ tó dá nǹkan yẹn sílẹ̀ kò ní bàjẹ́ fún wọn.
Àmín lórúkọ Jésù. Ẹ ṣé gan. Thank you, Mr. Jeremiah. They appreciated the mission as a whole, and I know that the year before they put a well in a village. I mean, this well is like, it's changed the village totally. Finally, before I leave you, I was looking at some pictures earlier and I saw a plaque in a village dedicated to your lovely wife. the foundation, the Foundation, and I heard you put water in the town. They used to drink creamy water, and now they drink clear water from the pump. And the Bale, somebody came and gave you what we call in Nigerian times egunje. So what was your egunje? Here was an antelope.
Our first village that we visited last year made so much impact on the volunteers that when we were leaving, they voluntarily said they want to do something beyond the medical mission, because our focus is just to provide basic health. We didn't want to get into other areas because the needs are just humongous. So but they said they're going to, and within themselves they're able to contribute close to about 2 million naira to be able to sink the borehole and to renovate one block of the school. And you can't believe it. At the time we came here, the lives of people have changed. The borehole run from early in the morning from 4 a.m. until 12 midnight, and they had to decide that they will allow the well to rest from 12 midnight to 4 a.m. And the quality of water now has changed. We tasted the water, I tasted the water myself, and the head of the seat of the village, the Bale, they were so impressed that they killed an antelope for us, brought yam, brought tubers. They were so appreciative of the little thing that we had, and it was so humbling to see how little things like this, or what we take for granted in most houses abroad, has turned a whole city, a whole village to something else. So we believe we'll be able to do much. We have planned to renovate the second block by the grace of God by the time we come back next year. And we thank God, and we thank God that the foundation is beginning to make impacts, and our prayer is that we'll be able to do much more next year in Jesus' name.
Amen. We love God, we love Jesus. Jesus doesn't need our money. He doesn't need, he just wants our heart so that he can help us give it to other people who need him. And sometimes you find out that we're the first Jesus that people meet. And that's the way it should be, because most times people want to preach to people, and the people you're trying to preach to don't even believe you, because you don't practice what you preach. You just want to preach, and do your bit and go. But when you touch lives, they want you to preach. You'll be amazed at how many people are asking to be prayed for.
Well, I thank God for the opportunity to be of use. that's why foundation is to be able to make impact, to make it different, to help humanity, and we're fulfilled for the journey from Chicago, that is not just in vain, and lives have been changed, and people have been healed. And above all, we are also leading them to Christ.
I saw that earlier on, in every language possible.
Possible. At least in the last 3 days, we have recorded about over 200 souls saved for Christ, which is a beautiful thing for us.
Wow. And I was talking to someone earlier on, and they told me about a 3-year-old girl that literally her dad wasn't around, her mom was
an orphan, abandoned orphan, and we have to adopt. Sent to the UCH hospital yesterday on an emergency, and a driver took him, and right now she's stable, and by the grace of God we are going to help with the Vine brand to see that the girl gets the adequate and encourage her. The adoption thing is a bit complicated. We don't have all the resources to do that, but the local church, we are going to partner with them to see that the grandma can bring the girl to church once a week, and they can monitor her progress. From America it will be tough, and the adoption procedure, we don't understand it. It will have been something
So you think rather than adoption, it might be easier to support the family?
Particularly the local partner here, they will be able to monitor them well, rather than just sending money. We don't know where money is going. But if they are in church every week, the pastor and the leadership can visit and see where money is going. But the pastors assured us that by the grace of God, they will do that. They will do that.
I'm looking around, I'm amazed, at what the little we have can do in terms of impact. And I mean, even though it's my first time and it's one day, I'm pretty much impressed. That's the word, you know, I would use. So what would you say to anybody who is planning on one of these trips? Maybe if you're coming next year for the same thing, what would you say to them?
I would just say to people that it's difficult to describe to people except you come. And I'm happy that with your assessment of what you saw on ground, you will see that it doesn't take much to be of help or to assist people in terms of basic healthcare access and education. So, but as many that can, if you can't go, you can also support us by partnering with us, by giving up your resources. But importantly, we want you to be part of us so that when you're on the field, the joy of being a vessel, being a channel, being an opportunity, you have an opportunity to touch lives. You can't buy that. Money can't give you that. So my recommendation is that you just have to come, and you don't need to spend the whole week. You can spend a day, you can spend a few hours. Few people have joined us from outside Ibadan, who has not given us one day, few hours, and they've come back and their lives are changed. So they're planning next year, they have to spend 1-2 extra days. So you don't need to spend 1 week. You can spend hours, you can spend a day and go back. But you will see that your life will never be the same again, because you will realize how little things can make much difference in people's lives.
I was really touched by the mission. Definitely going next year. It's a richly rewarding experience, and this is by no means a video trying to sell this event. This is just telling you it is real. It is real. So hopefully we'll see you next year. Peace out.